Tizoa.
Okay, guys, so I believe our speaker is in the call right now. So we are going to jump right in. But before we begin, I'd like to thank you all for coming on time to the meeting. This webinar is going to be about the power of mentorship and networking. Our speaker is going to be Philomena Ngao, who's a software engineer at Safaricom. Before we invite her to speak, I'd like to introduce my other co-founders of Geek-ssters to say hi to you guys. I think I'll start with Jean and then Ivy, and then we'll go from there. Jean, if you can hear me, kindly take the floor.
Hi guys, my name is Jean Kilimo. I'm a co-founder of Geek-ssters, and I am also an AI ML enthusiast. I'm very glad that all of you were able to make it today and on time, and I hope you enjoy the session we have for you.
Thank you so much, Jean. Over to Ivy, who will be introducing herself as a co-founder of Geek-ssters and also a co-founder of one of our long-time partners, Be Audacious, who also have their own series of webinars. If you're here today, I'm thinking you were probably there yesterday for their webinar. So let's invite her to speak.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Ivy Masharia, and I am part of two great communities, that is Geek-ssters and Be Audacious. I'm excited to be here. I am an aspiring product manager as well as a software engineering student. I'm going to talk like 30 seconds about Be Audacious. Be Audacious is a tech community, all-inclusive, unlike Geek-ssters. Geek-ssters is a women community, but Be Audacious is all-inclusive tech community for beginners and aspiring techies or tech professionals. And currently we're doing an AI ML series. And if, as Monica said, if you were there yesterday, you're probably here today, and we're excited to have you guys here. So thank you and have yourselves a wonderful session.
Thank you so much, Ivy. I'm going to introduce myself briefly. I'm Monica Wamohu, also a software engineering student and an AI ML enthusiast. Thank you so much again for joining this meeting. And without further ado, I'd like to invite our speaker of the day, of the night, or of the evening, Philomena Ngao, software engineer at Safaricom, to take us through her session for today. I hope you guys find it impactful. And if you have any questions, please type them in the chat section. And then they will be answered when Philomena Ngao is done with her presentation. Thank you so much. Philomena Ngao, you can take the floor.
Thank you, Monica, for the warm welcome. Good evening. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. My name is Philomena, and I'm a software engineer, and I'll be taking you through some of the things that are really important when it comes to career growth and just being able to get them. And one of the tools that we normally use is mentorship. So, Monica, thank you so much for inviting me to this. I hope we'll be able to just have something to take away from. So maybe just to throw it out there, maybe someone can just tell us when we speak of mentorship, what comes to your mind? Maybe one word which comes to your mind. You can just unmute and just say something. Yes, Jennifer, go ahead. See what you have up.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible, Jennifer.
So the word that comes to mind is guidance.
Thank you. Guidance. We have guidance twice now. That's good. Okay, so allow me to just share my screen so I can be able to just take you through. I'm glad that is what is coming to your mind when you say mentorship. So we're going to see what our friend Google is saying about mentorship. Then we can be able to pick it from there. Please confirm that you can see my screen.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, so I'm not going to dwell much on what is written here. We're just going to delve right into it. I know that time is not on your side, but the fact that you're here at this time, it's actually plausible. So what we get when we look for mentorship, the first thing you said guidance, as you can see, it's one of the key things that you get when you have mentorship. So what is mentorship? We're saying that these are patronage, influence, guidance, or direction given by a mentor. So the next question is, who is a mentor? And where does this word come from? So we say that a mentor is someone who teaches and gives you help, advice to, and advice to less experienced people, often young people. I left when I was actually researching about this. I left the part of young person right there because you'll be surprised. You might actually be mentored by someone who is younger than you to be able to mentor you. So my next question will be why do we need mentorship, and what are some of the things that we can be able to gain from mentorship? So the first thing, yes,
Hi,
yes, someone.
your screen. I'm not sure which tab you're sharing because the screen you can see is for the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. All right. So just to put it out there, yeah. So I was saying that we need to delve into what is actually mentorship in layman's language. You will see that most of the time you'll get to a scenario whereby, let's say, I believe most of you are actually tech, either young techies or you're interested in technology. I remember that Ivy said that she's an enthusiast in ML and everything. So what I would say that in the field of technology, things are moving fast, very, very, very fast. As we speak, we, I mean, 2 years ago, we did not know what really AI is. And right now, we are talking about almost going to AGI, no matter how complicated it sounds. So you will find that it's very easy for you to be able to get lost in the field of technology. So that is one thing. Maybe mentorship can be able to help with someone is actually set the word guidance. Guidance meaning how to get there, because the path to that place is so overwhelming, so confusing, but you just need someone who can be able to guide you and tell you, I have this information, I can, they can be able to guide you to make sure that you make the right decisions. So that is one way guidance comes in when it comes to mentorship. So if you're going to be looking for someone who will be able to mentor you, or someone that you can say, this is a mentor, this is someone who can be able to guide you. So you can take these as things that you can be able to check on before you even say and identify, I would like for that person to be my mentor. So another thing is influence. You'll find that most of the time is when you get someone who has been in a field more than you, they can have great influence in whatever you do, whatever you pursue. You'll find that if someone is so interested in AI, there's a very high chance, if you're really interested in AI, you will really move in sync with this person. And that is why mentorship is also touching a bit of influence. Sometimes you might find you're actually interested in other things, but because you have been able to see your mentor doing something and it looks so interesting, then you can be able to do that. I'll give you maybe a story. I remember when I was breaking into technology, I met this young man who was actually my a colleague, and I remember trying to code and do all these things, and I'm like, he comes to my screen and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I am coding. I'm building APIs and everything." Then he's so excited about it. The easy things like, which language are you using? And I'm like, I'm doing Python. And I remember his face just lit up. Turns out that this person actually is an expert in Python. And from there, I was able to actually get a lot of guidance from him. And actually, even from where I am right now, I would say, thanks to my mentor, I've been able to get there. So, what really, really, really impacted me was the fact that I did not waste a lot of time trying to go blindly into things. But I was able to get that guidance whereby I can be able to say, I'm stuck here. And he would be like, this is where you're stuck. You can be able to read this and that and that and that. Because mentorship does not necessarily mean that you're going to be spoon fed. It just means that they will give you away, but you still have to do the work. So always remember that the work is still on you, the ownership is still on you. As much as you get someone who can be able to guide you, the work is still on you. So back to who is a mentor? Mentor is the person who teaches you. So when you're looking for a mentor, when you're trying to identify, the reason as to why I'm saying that is because most of the time is you're going to find yourself looking out for someone you can be able to emulate. It's not always that you'll find that someone will come and handpick you and tell you, I will be able to help. Those are very, very, very minimal chances. So as you work, as you keep on, getting to what you love, as much as you're doing all that, make sure that remember that you need to consciously make up your mind and say, I will need a mentor for this. Remember that we say if you want to go far, you have to be with people. You cannot be alone. You're going to move fast, but you'll not go far. So collaboration is everything, and having a mentor is one of the ways to cheat the system in such a way that you can be able to go far. So maybe before I even go there, what do you guys think maybe a mentor is supposed to do? Hi, can you hear me? Am I audible? Yes, Monica, go ahead.
I think a mentor is supposed to provide guidance and also encouragement in whatever kind of mentorship you're looking to get from that particular person. Yeah, maybe sharing their experiences, their knowledge, and providing guidance. Maybe it could be educational, it could be career wise. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That is true. What else do you guys think maybe a mentor is supposed? Oh, we can see Justin Jack is saying a mentor is to highlight the roadmap. That is also correct. So, any other person? Yes, Catherine.
I also think a mentor is supposed to show you what not to do, and maybe guide you in from the mistakes that they made when they were growing or into the aspect they were doing.
Yes.
What else? What else? What else? Yeah, I think it's just also to correct you. Yeah,
Okay.
your mistake. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So, in other words, you're looking for a teacher. I think there's some comments coming in. Just a moment. Okay, I can say Shadi is saying that introduce me to people worth my professional line. Okay, thank you. All right. You are all correct in one way or the other. And actually, a mentor is supposed to do all the things that you have actually said. And the reason as to why, before you get into any mentorship, you should be able to know what to expect. remember that this is a person who is going to take time off their schedule to be able to help you grow. And it's very, very important for you to know, what am I going to actually get from this kind of, I can call it a relationship to some extent. What am I really, really getting myself into? That is very important between you and your mentor. And I'm just going to share a few things that are very, very paramount when it comes to mentorship. And whenever you get into that kind of, a relationship, you know exactly what you're looking for, so that you do not waste each other's time. So allow me to just share my screen again. All right. So what you need, first of all, is goals. Always remember that you cannot go anywhere without a goal, because if you're working blindly, then you do not know where you're heading to. So when it comes to goal setting, a mentor is very, very paramount when it comes to this. Yes, you might come up with your own goals, but when it comes to fine tuning them, you need your mentor to be there with you, so you can be able to at least pick up on what you're actually working on, for you to also be accountable to yourself and also to your mentor. So what will happen in such a scenario is that maybe your mentor may come and just ask you, what are you interested in? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Most of the time, you might not even know where you want to be in the next 5 years. So, as a mentor, you can be able to just, help the mentee in such a way that they can be able to narrow down and focus on one thing. Remember that focus is very, very key, and especially in this age, day and age. Remember, I also mentioned that when it comes to technology, things are moving fast. So if you're not able to sustain one path for some time and become really good at it, then you can be able to branch and leverage that. Unfortunately, you might actually get lost in the haze. Remember that we're living in, is it dystopia or utopia? I prefer to call it utopia, because at least things are very easy to get into. So always remember that when you get a mentor, the first thing that you need to have is you set your goals. You can set them together, or you can set them, then you can review. Actually, that will be better, because no one knows you better than you know yourself. And once you share where you want to be and where you want to be, the person who has taken you can be able to help you gather your thoughts and also set smart goals. Always remember that we have to get smart goals, so they have to be achievable. They have to be ceremonies. In a very structured way of mentorship, you literally have ceremonies whereby you say, we will meet after every 2 weeks. You will come and tell me, this is what I aspired to do, and this was what I have been able to do. So you can have short-term goals, you have long-term goals, but by the end of it all, they should always lead to the main goal that you have. So mentorship and or also having that will help you come up with clear, concise goals. We also have identifying weaknesses. So remember that whenever you raise your hand and say, I want to be mentored, that means that you're ready to be told, you're not doing well here, you need to improve on here. You have to be receptive of the feedback that you get. So a mentor is supposed to actually see where you're not very much okay and be able to build on it, so it can be able to be better. So if you're working on something, they will be able to hold you accountable. They'll be able to help you and tell you, if this is the struggle, that if they know, they can give you the answer. If they've been through that, they will save you time and just tell you the best way forward.
Hi Philomena. I think your audio is
Yes.
breaking. Your audio is breaking.
How about now? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
It's better.
Yes, yes,
Can
yes,
you hear me now?
yes.
I think that is happening when I share my screen. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah, I can still see your screen and I can hear you as well.
Let me stop presenting so the voice will be better. I think it's kind of taking my bandwidth. Okay, I hope I'm clear now.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you. So I was just mentioning that those are the things that you need to know when you're getting into a mentorship. So maybe another thing that is also something that you expect from a mentorship kind of arrangements is building of confidence. So of course, if someone is able to identify your weaknesses, they should be able to help you, build your confidence. So how is this done? You'll get to a scenario, like I'll give you an example whereby well, being more of a techie person, you might not really know how to express yourself all the time in any time, and you might get stage fright. You might not know how to even present your idea as well. I was having a conversation with Monica the other day, and we're talking about, yes, Mary, your hand is up. Hello, Mary. Okay, maybe it was an old hand. Okay, so I was saying that sometimes you might get to a situation whereby, yes, you build something so beautiful, something that you resonate with, something which is so impactful, but you don't even know how to actually go and present it to people. And that is where a mentor comes in. How do they come in? I'll give you an example. When I started out, I was like freaking out. I remember I was creating these dashboards to go and actually present, but I'll be like, my voice will be shaking. But I remember that my mentor was like, remember one thing: whenever you go to a meeting with clients that you're trying to pitch to, always remember that there's a gap that you're trying to fill. And from there, they need a solution from you. So there is proposal. And from there, you need a takeaway and tasks. So it was more of it's a flow of events inside one presentation. And I remember the first one I went and I just presented, and he had come in and actually just try and have a conversation. Then after that, over time, I was able to actually build my confidence in such a way that I can even be able to go and present by myself, even to SLT, to our bosses and everything. And what that really meant is that my mentor saw that I had a problem, and instead of just kukanyagia, he made me work on that. He could say that I have the potential to actually do the presentation and everything, but unfortunately I'm not able to. Why? Because I'm having all this stage fright. But through continuous coaching and also a lot of insights being given. And by the way, let me tell you guys, you have to receive feedback, and as long as it's coming from a good place, these people always see the best in you. So if you can be able to build it to that level that you actually is the expectation, you can be able to break like all the barriers around you. So I remember being able to get all that coaching and also being given the opportunities to just go and present built me to a point where I was confident enough to just go. People are passing by. I'm like, come, let's see what, come, we'll show you what we're actually working on, and take people through without having to, worry about anything. So that is the power of mentorship, because remember, even if you build the most beautiful thing, as long as you don't know how to sell it, then you're not going to get users. And without users, it does not matter what tool you have, it's basically nothing. So that is very important. And not only is it on that, I just said, I gave you the confidence in presentation because that is what will be impactful in your career. But confidence, even all round, a mentor can actually go all the way, because at the same time, as much as they're there for your career growth also depends on your private life, which, it's something that you also have to tackle. Of course, with a lot of relationship building before you get to the personal part. So, another thing, I remember there's someone who mentions that they need to be introduced to people who are within the same field and stuff. So yes, if you pick up a mentor, they're supposed to help you with your career. Okay, mostly we pick up mentors for that most of the time. So how does this work? come in. So I'm sitting here and I hear there's this event happening somewhere. So if I have a mentee, it's my responsibility to see that there's an opportunity, and based on the goals that this person sets, I can be able to pull them in. So from there, you can be able to actually most of these mentors have access to industry experts. They have access happening as long as you're not in the industry to help you get to the right places in the right networks. But at the same time, let me go back and say you might be introduced to anyone, but remember that as much as that is done, you still have to do the work. You still have to do in order for you to be. So unaweza introduce hata kwa CEO, but as long as you're not doing something about it, it's not you're going to waste that opportunity. So always be prepared and always be willing to do the work, and you'll be able to see how to leverage on these networks. So remember that we mentioned that a mentor is not just limited to your career growth, because your career growth is also very much onto influenced by your social life. So we just spoke of networking, so that will mean that the social life that you lead should be complementary to the goals that you want to achieve, because there's a time for everything, yes, but you have to find a balance in such a way that you can be able to still prosper without wasting a lot of time and also your energy. So a mentor can be able to actually guide you into, based on your, of course, your strengths and weaknesses, in such a way that you can be able to find that balance. That also entails you being very vulnerable. So sometimes you might feel like, I'm exposing myself so much. But unfortunately, if someone is trying to help you, they will not be able to help you much if they have a blind spot. Because you might be doing something and you plan to do something else, and they do not understand why there's that disconnect. So sometimes you might find yourself needing to be vulnerable in such a way that this person can be able to pick the best way to be able to assist you. And last but not least, in mentorship, I would say the most important thing that you can be able to do for yourself, know when to raise your hand and say, I need help. Always remember that the work will still be on you. It does not matter who you're going to be introduced to, but you still need to do the work. Okay. Secondly, always choose your mentors well, because you might find yourself in a situation. Okay, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Apologies. I was just trying to sum it up. So always remember to do in order to be. That is our motto I'll actually live by. Secondly, always choose your mentor. Most of the time, you'll find yourself choosing a mentor in a scenario where you actually find someone approaching you to is like cheating the system. You don't have to go and find, say, I need help here, and you'll be surprised what doors it might actually open. So thank you so much. That is all I have for you. I know I have talked a lot. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. And how about you, Monica?
Thank you so much for taking your time to come and give us all this insight on mentorship. I think the floor is open for any questions. If you'd like to ask a question, kindly put it in the chat section. Maybe we can give a minute or two for that. Or if you have any question, you can still unmute yourself. Okay, I don't think there's gonna be any questions. So I'm going to hand over to Ivy Masharia to give us the vote of thanks and introduce the next program. Thank you. Ivy, over to you.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to start by saying thank you to our amazing speaker. I think everyone here has learned a lot, and maybe if you're quick enough, you can reach out to her. Maybe she'll be your mentor. But now that is for you to figure out. I'd like to just thank you for taking your time. I know maybe squeezed time here for us, and we're grateful. And I hope everyone will use whatever we've learned today to further their career and their personal life as well. So thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone who's attended. Thank you so much for taking time to attend this session. I know maybe you were here yesterday and then you're here today, but I hope you're getting value. I hope this session has given you new insights, and I hope everyone here ametoka na kitu, tangible. I'd also like to thank you, Geek-sters, and Be Audacious for planning this event, and for making it possible for this to happen. I think that's all. I don't think there's anyone with a question or anything, but I'd just like to make a few clarifications. For the links, all links will be sent to the email used to register this event. So as long as you registered for the event, don't worry, you'll get your links. I think there are some that are not working, but we'll share them together with the insights for today's session. There will be a recording also as well for this event and all other events moving forward. So don't worry, they'll be sent to your emails as long as you registered. To further whatever Ms. Philomena has said, there is a program called the GMI program. Let me share my screen. Just a moment. So I hope you can see my screen.
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Yes. So everything she said and even more can be found here. So this is a program. It's a global program, and I am part of it, and I know other people who are part of it. So basically, go just research for yourself. This is just to get you curious on what this is about. So please go research and just try and apply. I also applied. So you can just apply and you'll get a mentor. So basically what happens, you apply, there's a bunch of questions, of course, and they get to match you according to whatever you've written. So basically, for me, I have a mentor who's a site reliability engineer at Google Island, and she is actually Kenyan. So it's really cool. But you can as well get joined or get partnered with someone who's from maybe Australia, maybe the vice president of products, Microsoft. I know someone whose mentor is that. And so it's really a nice initiative. So just go check it out. I can vouch for it. I am a part of it and I can see the benefits of having it. So everything you have learned today, you can apply here and even more. Is it only for students? Now that I don't know. But there are specific universities. So maybe if your university is not there, you can write to them an email and tell them like, hey, my university is not part of the list, but I'd like to be part of this. So I know it takes students, but you can try your luck as well because they are considerate. They really do care for the mentees. Yeah. So with that, I hope you've taken the link, GMI Mentorship, Global Mentorship Initiative, and go research for yourself, probably apply, and who knows who your next mentor will be, right? Yeah. So thank you so much. I'd like to pass it over to Monica for the next session, which is a quiz, and there will be a prize. I know there will be a prize. Yeah. So I think that's all. And for those who didn't register from a group, we will see how that will work out. Just reach out to us. I have sent the Geek-sters email, geeksters@outlook.com. Just reach out to us to clarify anything, maybe the links or any material. Thank you and have yourselves a wonderful evening. Please stay back for the quiz. It's going to be fun.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm also part of the Global Mentorship Initiative. I got a mentor who is from Spain. She's a satellite engineer, I think, at Luxembourg, and it's normally a 12 sessions that you have to complete with your mentor. starting all the way from LinkedIn, all the way to creating your own career plan, all the things, interviews, everything, literally for free. So get yourself on that. From how I applied, I remember they said you at least have to be within like ukumebakisha like 2 years ndo umalize shule or something like that, something along those lines. Yeah, but go do your own research on that and apply. I'm sure after this meeting they'll be getting a lot of applications from Kenya, so go and apply. You apply as a student. Yeah, apply as a student. Yeah, so on to the next session of the webinar. We are going to be doing a game. You were in last week's webinar, we did a game, and number one was awarded 500 Kenyan shillings. So that could be you today. So stick around. I'm going to invite Jean to share her screen so that you guys can join the game. It's going to be fun and fast as well, so that we don't take so much of your time. And just a few rules for the game. Please use your names. Use your name so that we get to see who exactly you are if you win. And also answer the questions as fast as you can. That's how you get more points, because the questions are quite easy. Yeah?
Third place, Nello. Second place, Martha. And the winner is Grace.
Wow, congratulations to Grace, Martha, and Melo. So news just in. We're going to be awarding the first 3 winners. So kindly, Grace, Martha, and Melo, take a screenshot to kind of verify that you are actually the winner and send it to an email that's going to be put on the chat section. Maybe Jean or Ivy, you can do that. Put the email that they should email this. So in the email should have the screenshot, and it should also have your phone number. Thank you. Yes, Philomena?
Right, and just to sweeten the deal, I'm also giving out 500 airtime to the winner. At least I make a good kidogo research.
Wow, that's really good. Grace, you have getting 500 shillings and 500 airtime. Look at that. So number 2 and 3 will also be awarded. So kindly take a screenshot, send us an email to verify that you're the winner with your name and your phone number, and you will be awarded. So for this and more, watch out for our next webinar on Thursday. Tumesema Thursday hakuna kulala njaa. Nakuja kwa webinar. Sawa? Yeah, so I think that's the end of our session. That's how we always end our sessions. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys learned something from the session. And we can't wait to host you guys next week on Thursday. Geek-ssters will be hosting you on Thursday, and the Audacious will be hosting you on Wednesday. So, yeah. You guys are free to leave the meeting, your own pleasure, and see you guys next week. Thank you so much.